Welcome back, you guys, to the channel. My name is Zach, and today we're reviewing Arcane Batch 2, Episode 4 through 6. I'm not going to beat around the bush, you guys. I really liked Episodes 1 through 3, and everything I liked about those episodes, I like as much, if not more, for Episodes 4 through 6. The dialogue, the pacing, the voice acting, the animations, it's just as delicious and tasty as the first 3 episodes.
Oh my.
So for you guys today, I'm going to go ahead and focus on the story beats and the characters, and what I think has changed and what I like and dislike about everything. Y'all good with that? Alright, okay, let's do it. After the events of Episode 3, we get a sort of anime-style time jump into the future. And this is where the world building gets amazing, and it's kind of the first thing we get bombarded with. After the new technologies of Hex Tech, Piltover has become a new bastion of science, technology, trade, and innovations, making Jace idolized as a man of progress. You can even see his face on the side of a blimp, and it has that sort of Hey you guys, this is Editing Zach from the future. For whatever reason, Netflix has some sort of program that stops me from recording bits of their show or taking snapshots. So instead of showing you guys what I was about to show you, I'm going to go ahead and show you this guy getting his head chopped off. What's happening in Zon is like the opposite of what's happening in Piltover. It's like gotten way, way worse. And that's due to the absence of Vander's strict yet loving touch of the lanes. You know, he might be a bad guy, but he ain't a bad guy, if you know what I mean. Or as the sniper would say in TF2,
professionals have standards.
But Silco is now in charge, and he's basically made Zon a hellhole of gangsters, drug addicts, and whores. That's basically all you see there. It's pretty, it's pretty bad. Before Zon was like Weenie Hut Juniors, and Zon after, Silco's bullshit, it is like the salty Splatoon, if you know what I mean. Due to Silco's mentoring and the PTSD that she has from the past, Powder has now turned into Jinx, which is a full-grown adult woman with a bunch of tattoos, and she's kind of a psychopath and has schizophrenia and a bunch of other problems. She's just not doing so well right now. You know who Jinx kind of reminds me of? She reminds me of a girl version of the Joker. She has the purple pants, she has the big kind of clown-looking shoes, she likes using guns and bombs and traps and things like that. She, I wouldn't say she's like a ripoff or anything like that, because she has her own sort of flair and style, but you can tell that her inspiration probably came from like a Joker-like character. I have one little nitpick about Jinx. It has nothing to do with her character or the way she looks. They do this stylized sort of thing when her mind starts breaking, where the screen tears, and it kind of has that resemblance of Jared Leto's Joker, where they have these screen tears and it, like, things kind of crackle. It's almost like your TV's not working correctly. I get what they're trying to do. They're portraying her mind breaking and becoming more crazy, but it's very, very cliche nowadays to do that, and they don't need to do that with her. She's already crazy, she acts crazy. The real OG Jokers never did that. You don't have to do that for a crazy character. If they're crazy, you can tell they're crazy. You don't have to, like, blind my eyes with all sorts of nonsense, That's just a little nitpick, though. It's just sort of a cheap way to portray someone losing their mind, that's all. But anyways, the Hex Tech storyline actually bloomed into something really interesting and cool, and it actually exceeded my expectations quite a bit. Jace finally got some well-deserved characterization, because, bro, you needed it bad. In the first 3 episodes, he might have been my least favorite character, but now he's actually risen probably to like my first or second favorite character. He's gotten very interesting and dynamic. Without spoiling anything, Jace has become very well known and influential because of his technology. And because of that, Jace can't just be a scientist now. He also has to learn the ins and outs of politics and bureaucracy, which actually makes his character development very, very interesting in my opinion. His story ends up becoming like him learning the cat and mouse game in a sort of Game of Thrones sort of fashion. He has to learn how to play the courts. I really enjoy shit like that. If you guys don't like that type of stuff, you might not like his storyline, but if you like that Game of Thrones sort of cat and mouse political sort of deal, I really enjoy that shit, and I think Jace is awesome because of it. So Victor got some much needed backstory added to these 3 episodes, because before, you really didn't know anything about Victor. He kind of was just there. And now you get some extra tidbits and context to why he's doing certain things, but you really don't get too much development in these 3 episodes. It's kind of like preparing for something later. But I can see what they're preparing for, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. But right now, Victor's just kind of alright. He's all. We get a little bit of time with this sort of newish character named Caitlin, and she's okay, but she has very little to do with the story at the moment. She doesn't get much character development. She's just kind of there, and she might be the weakest character on screen at the moment. But what I do like about Caitlin is that she works off of Vi's vibes. That's going to be hard to say. Vi's vibes really well. You know, they bounce off each other very well. I like their camaraderie and the way that they kind of influence each other, if that makes any sense. There's some interesting teaching moments between those 2 characters. Like, one was born with a silver spoon, and the other one obviously is not. You know, Vi is not at all. So they have these cool little moments where Vi, which she normally hates the enforcers and the Piltover people, she starts to learn how they think and how they act, and, you know, starts to recognize them as people. And then Caitlin over here starts to figure out, yo, these people have it tough, you know what I mean? Throw them a bone, please. My God, you know, they're fishing for scraps. Please help them. But yeah, it's nice for a rich girl to see that and to actually care, because I don't think Vi has seen any enforcer care before. So I think that's good for Vi's character development and Caitlin's as well. But my number 1 favorite character by far is Vi. And the reason is, she's a
strong female character.
I might be memeing right now, you guys, but I'm being very serious as well. I don't know what it is nowadays, but for whatever reason, writers are having a really hard time writing good, strong female characters. For whatever reason, they're either unnecessarily bitchy or snarky for some reason.
How about a smile for me, huh?
A smile?
Yeah.
Here's a proposition for you. You're gonna give me your jacket, your helmet, and your motorcycle, and in return, I'm gonna let you keep your hand.
Take it!
Or they're a Mary Sue and overpowered, and they end up basically ending fights within seconds and just sucking all the tension from the movie or show. I'm not sure why writers are doing this, but that's not what we want from a strong female character. A strong character is actually a character that has weaknesses. Weaknesses that they have to overcome. Overcoming the odds is what makes a person strong. You know, being born with great talent and just winning automatically is not strong, it's not brave, it's not interesting, it's nothing. You want to see people overcome the odds. The bigger the odds, the better the feels when they overcome it. It's also somebody, let's say an action movie or something like that, that gets their ass constantly beat, but guess what? They get up off the ground and they keep going. They keep pushing, they keep striving. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see people that blink and then things just fix themselves, you know? V has great character development. She is a badass bruiser that will get her ass beat, will take a punch, will punch back, get back up when she's, like, you know, when she's down some points, I guess you'd say. And she's also very caring and loving and has weaknesses. She cares for her sister. She wants to do anything she can to help her sister out. You know, just like Vander earlier said that, you know, keep your heart. She has that. She has a heart of gold, but she has fists of steel. That's the best way I can explain her. Also, in the 3rd episode, she has a lot of great fights, and she gets her ass kicked a lot. Like, a lot. But guess what? She doesn't give up. She gets back up, even when she's down. You know, even when she is outnumbered, she's gonna fight and try to win. I like her. And you know what she kind of reminds me of in that aspect? She reminds me a little bit of Indiana Jones. If you ever watch Indiana Jones, he gets his ass beat constantly. But guess what? He never gives up. He's not a great fighter, but hey, if you don't give up and you keep getting back up, it's hard to beat you. But all in all, you guys, I think these 3 episodes might have been just as good, if not better, than the first 3. And I loved it. I loved every second of it. Everything was tight and clean as it should be. I freaking adored these 3 episodes, and it makes me excited for the next 3. So I'm going to go ahead and give Arcane Batch 2, Episode 4 through 6, a Z. Jesus. I was Zeke-Kyled there for a second. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Do that YouTube business. I hate saying that. I just, people don't subscribe. I get a lot of views. Some of you guys don't subscribe. Subscribe to me if you like my content, you know? If you don't like my content, don't subscribe. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and see ya! Hey, you made it to the end. That means you must enjoy my content, so go ahead and love tap that subscribe button for me. And if you don't like my content, subscribe anyways. My videos are proven to make your schlong longer. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram for discussions and movie topics. And thank you so much for the support. You guys are awesome. See ya.